Today we're going to talk about the 2 best reasons for carrying your handgun concealed as opposed to openly. Hi folks, Steve from Martell Training Group. And in recent months, since the NYSRPA versus Bruen decision, a U.S. Supreme Court case out of New York, it was a decision that prompted New Jersey officials to remove the justifiable need for applying for a permit to carry in New Jersey. It also removed the proper cause requirement in the New York case. So this prompted a surge of applications for permits to carry in New York, I'm sure, New Jersey, and other places as well. I know some folks have already been issued their permit to carry, and some folks are still waiting to be issued their permit to carry. When you do get issued your permit to carry in New Jersey, or if you live in a state that has constitutional carry, for example, you're going to have to decide whether or not you want to carry openly or concealed. Now, I know some states have a restriction or regulation in that if you want to carry concealed, you need a permit to carry. So you'll just have to check with your state and regulations and see what the requirements are. But if you have the choice, I'm going to tell you today why I think you should carry concealed, and I'm going to give you my reasons why. Now, just a little bit of a background. I was a New Jersey State Trooper for 25 years. I retired. Off-duty, New Jersey troopers are required to carry their issued weapon off-duty at all times without exception, or an approved backup or off-duty weapon. It's not an option for troopers. Some local departments have the option that they can carry off-duty if they want, but they're not required to. Troopers are required by regulation to carry all the time. I had the option. I could have, as any police officer in New Jersey, when they're off duty, they can carry openly if they want to, but I will tell you, most do not do that, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to break down the 2 reasons why I think you should never carry openly, and then I'm going to talk about each one. So reason number 1, it can make you a target. Bad guy sees you with a gun, you're a target, potentially. Right? You're standing in line at Walmart or Target and your back is to people and they see you're wearing a gun. You're a potential target. Or a bad guy who doesn't have a gun sees you with a gun and decides it's a challenge, possibly. I can take him or her. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and I want a gun. So it's a challenge to them to get your gun. And if they do that, then they now have a gun. Reason number 2, it gives away the fact that you have a gun and you can fight back, and it gives away your advantage, in my opinion. When you're carrying openly, it's like you have a big flag or sign on your back that says, look here, I have a gun. If you want it, or you want to challenge me, or you think I'm a threat, take me out first. That's, to me, what it says when you're walking around with a gun. And I know there's some folks that think that open carry is a deterrent to would-be criminals, and I'd say that I wouldn't be so sure about that. Maybe in some states like Florida, where a lot of people carry firearms, it's a different mentality, but I live in New Jersey. I'm from the Northeast. It's a very congested area here. Typically, you don't see anyone with a gun showing unless they're a police officer in uniform or they have some identification that indicates they're a police officer or a law enforcement officer, whether it's a badge on their belt or a polo shirt with their department's insignia. They have some telltale sign that they're in law enforcement if they're wearing a gun in public or they're in full uniform. So it's very odd to see that in New Jersey or in this whole Northeast area, in my opinion. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. So in New Jersey, I can't think of any reason why you would want to carry openly unless perhaps you have a business and you are the owner and maybe you've been robbed, or maybe there's the potential of being robbed. You are under New Jersey law, and this is current as of the time of this recording. So of course, check with your local police or state police for up-to-date information on the law if you're not sure. But as of now, and throughout my years as a trooper, you can carry a firearm if you're authorized to possess a firearm and you legally own the firearm. You can carry that firearm on your own property, premises, or anything owned by you. So, for example, you can carry it at home. You want to walk around your house with your own gun loaded on your person? Of course, you can do that. You want to mow your lawn on your riding mower wearing your gun, you can do that in New Jersey. Now, it doesn't mean your neighbors aren't going to call the police on you and say, I think my neighbor's lost his mind. Police will come out there, talk to you, and you say, yeah, I just like to carry my gun while I mow my lawn. It's a little odd, but it's legal. Your property, your gun, legal gun owner, you can do it. Same with a business. You own a business in New Jersey, you can you don't need a permit to carry to do this. You can, if you transport that firearm legally, meaning unloaded in a secured container to your place of business, you can get there, load it, put it on your person, and carry it around with you at your business. Now, you have to be the owner. There are some restrictions, so it's got to be a fixed location, so you can't say, well, I'm an Uber driver or a taxi driver, I carry it with me in my car. No, it's got to be a fixed location. You have to be the owner. So that may be one case where I would say, okay, if you're worried about getting robbed, and it's a different scenario though. If you're the owner, if you're there at the counter, you see people coming in, it's situational awareness. You're wearing your gun, you're seeing who's coming in, you're watching people, you're making eye contact. It's different. It's different than standing in line at Walmart or Target or sitting at a restaurant with your back towards people with your gun showing. It's different because you're targeting that in that situation, right? As a store owner or business owner, yeah, you're a potential target. You're aware of what's going on. You're watching people come in. You're saying to them, I own this store and I'm ready to protect myself and my property if need be. And you're letting them know that. It's different than walking down the aisles of a supermarket looking for groceries with a gun on your side, to me. So speaking of uniformed police, that's their job. The whole point of a police officer in uniform wearing a sidearm is to deter crime. The whole point of the marked patrol car out on patrol, you see it, oh, let me slow down. I see a police car. Well, how fast am I going? That's the point of the uniformed police officer as well. Otherwise, they'd all be walking around in plain clothes, right? It's to deter crime. They're wearing a gun. They're wearing a uniform. It's called constructive force. And we were taught that day one in the academy. It's how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. Or do you look squared away? Are you sloppy? Are you squared away? Is all your gear shining? I think a big part of the job of the police officer is to let people know that we're here to make sure that people follow the rules. So a police officer in uniform with their sidearm, they're basically saying, I'm ready to enforce the law. I'm ready to do what I need to do to make sure people follow the rules. And if you get out of line, I'm here. There are consequences. And it makes most people stay within that boundary or that line. Not everybody, but most people. It makes most people follow the rules. And that's the whole point. So that's their job. And with that also comes the risk of them being a target. And sometimes they're targeted, sometimes they're ambushed, and no police officer wants that. No police officer is happy about that, but they accept it. It's part of the job. That goes with the job. You want to be out there, you want to be a police officer, you're in uniform, you're a potential target. So that's their job. When you're out with your family, eating at a restaurant, you shouldn't have to be a target. I'm not saying you shouldn't carry. If you're authorized to carry, if you're legally allowed to carry for protection, but there's no reason to be a target. And there's no reason to give a bad guy the advantage. You keep the advantage. You stay silent. You keep that firearm concealed until the first opportunity that you can draw it and use it to protect yourself, your family, and others around you. Don't give them that advantage. You take the advantage and you have that element of surprise. Now, I have created and posted some videos on applying for a permit to carry in New Jersey, also on situational awareness when you're out with your family, when you're standing in line, waiting at Home Depot, for example, what you should do, things you should do, recommendations, tips to increase your situational awareness and what to do if something does happen. So I encourage you to watch those videos. I'll have links at the end and also in the description if you're interested in checking out those videos. And if you like this video, please share it. And also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this and updates on the current permit to carry situation in New Jersey. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe.